why people in my class are so energetic at like 8 a.m. in the morning. Okay, they're all laughing, having fun, whilst I look like an ugly rat. They're looking fresh as a daisy, just come out the freaking shower, and I look like, I don't know, I haven't slept in months. I also get cranky in the mornings because stupid school and my alarm interrupted my lovely dream with Shrek.
My mother's first language is Spanish, so sometimes when I talk to her in English, she'll forget a word or two, but not a problem. She'll just create new words no one else was brave enough to use. She took my little cousins to the mall once, and this is what she told me when she got back. She was like, it was so cute. I took the kids on one of those, El Horse Tornado or whatever. You know what it is. I'm sorry. El Horse Tornado? I'm gonna need you to elaborate. And she was like, you know what I'm talking about. You put that attitude down, you put it down. I was like, okay, putting it down. Sorry. She said, don't try me. I'll kick your ass. And I was like, you don't need to kick my ass. Just put me in a horse tornado. I'll be terrified. You think you're funny? Mom, how would you act if someone said that to you in Spanish? Tornado de caballos. That sounds horrifying. She was like, okay, that's pretty funny. Merry-go-round, by the way.
Is it just me, like, when you're scrolling through TikTok, you could be on any video, and then automatically TikTok, like, scrolls down, like, a bajillion videos? Like, I'm sorry, honey, but I'm not finished with the one I was just watching. And you've just scrolled down, like, 10 videos. So then you have to scroll up again to watch the videos that TikTok just told you, no, you don't get to watch these. Does that happen to anyone else? Because I've asked my friends about it, and they said that it doesn't happen to them. What is it about me, TikTok, huh? Why can't I watch videos? Huh?
I can't be the only one where if you go over to a friend's house and you are starving, absolutely starving, but you're too scared to ask for some food because, you know, you feel like rude if you just say, oh, can I just help myself to your fridge and your snacks? But then the mum comes up and asks if you want any food. You're too shy to say yes or no, so you are praying that your friend makes the answer for you and makes the answer yes. But then she says, no, we're not hungry. Excuse me, Vanessa. When did I say I wasn't hungry? Excuse me,
Some teachers just really get on my nerves, you know? I don't know what planet they're on, but they definitely are just built different. Here's an example. When you need to go to the toilet, you politely put your hand up and say, Miss, can I go to the toilet? No, you should have gone at lunch. I'm sorry, Karen, but I can't control my bladder. You know, at lunch, when I'm eating and drinking, it gets digested, and then later on, I need to go to the toilet. It will take me 5 minutes at max. Probably not even 5 minutes. Considering our lessons are like an hour long, I'm sure that's not too much of an issue, is it? And then sometimes they're just like, okay, but you need to wait until so-and-so gets back. I need to go to the toilet. I don't care about talking to anyone. I want to go to the toilet. I don't care about that. What do you think we're going to do in there? Just sit and chat for the rest of the lesson? No.
I swear, it can't be just me. You miss one day of school, and then the teachers let you go home early, and it hasn't even been half a day. Ariana Grande shows up to teach your music lesson. There's a massive water balloon fight at lunchtime. All sorts of tea, nothing compared to what you've seen before. Movies in English. Along with a school trip to a theme park. You meet famous TikTokers and get their merch for free. And then you never hear the end of the day you missed again.
Hi, bestie. It's been a minute since I've talked to you, so I just want to make sure you're doing okay. And let you know that you are incredible, you are strong, and everything about your existence on this planet is amazing. Love you.
If you're having a bad day, I just thought it'd be nice for you to know that a girl who used to be in my class posted a thing to her story that was like, oh, like, honest opinions about me, please. And she responded to her own story and said, oh my gosh, you're the Heather. Queen Heather. You are the main character. You are so pretty and talented. This would have been fine if she didn't screenshot her own response and post it on her and post it to her story with her username still clearly attached. She was so in character. She was like, oh my god, you guys, stop. Like, why does everyone think I'm the Heather? I can't do this today.
If you play Adopt Me, there is no way you can't relate to this. So, say someone trades you and you put one of your really good pets in, but then they put in a really bad pet, so you immediately decline, and then they say something in the chat like, I was adding a Meganion Shadow Dragon. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Yeah. And another example is, say you're trading someone, you're kind of questioning the trade, and they're like, please, it's my dream pet. That doesn't make me want to accept the trade anymore. No. Just no. Mm-mm. And the last example is, say you have a really good pet out and someone trades you, so you put that pet in, but then they decline the trade. Why would you decline the trade? What? Why are you sending a trade? The worst feeling ever is when you're having an argument with someone and they insult you, but you can't think of a comeback. So you're just struggling and ending up just embarrassing yourself. For example, if they said, at least my hair doesn't look like a bush, and you don't know what to say to that because your hair does look like a bush, then you're just standing there like, so? Which is the worst comeback ever. But literally the next week, you just thought of the best comeback ever. Sometimes I wish we could just go back in the past, because I would have killed the arguments back then. Honestly, anytime there are kids around, my phone is in danger. As soon as they see it, they come up to you with their sticky little fingers and say, do you have any games? Like, yeah, I do. But no, not with those crusty hands. And then they have the audacity to cry, this is my phone, not yours. If you can't relate to this video, I cannot explain how jealous I am. So remember in elementary school when the teacher would leave the room for 3 seconds and the class would all go recess hyper mode? Say, for example, Mr. James had to go talk to the teacher next door. Then, all of a sudden, the class would be running around, paper planes would be thrown around, they'd be screaming, and it would just be hyper. And then, when Mr. James comes back, everyone's teleported back to their seats all of a sudden, and they're goody two-shoes. What?
Everyone, you have to have this one person in your class, or you're just lucky to get into a nice class. That one person who just always wants to be right. When someone answers a question and they get it right, they say this. Yeah, I got that too. Really? Really? Next example. When they get it wrong and the teacher asks, how did you go wrong? Where did you go wrong? They explain and then they say this. I was gonna do that. You weren't gonna do that, were you? Were you? Tell me that now. You weren't. Now stop trying to be the best in the class who gets everything right. Goodbye.
I'm pretty sure my parents have very selective hearing. I would be there minding my own business, doing my own thing, right? And then I would hear my mom screaming my names from the bottom of the stairs. So I would go like, what? Really loudly. And so many times, but she literally wouldn't be able to hear me. Then I would have to go down and my mom would just be there asking, oh, what are you doing? But when it's like 2 a.m. in the morning and I'm calling my friends, whispering, barely making a sound, basically just breathing, she would already be storming to my bedroom, half asleep, yelling at me to shut up. How does this work?
So when I was little, all my friends were wearing crop tops. I really wanted to wear one, but my mom, of course, wouldn't let me. So I was really, really mad. And one day I went to my friend Stella's house and she gave me a hand-me-down. She gave me a few hand-me-downs and I looked through them and one of them was a crop top. I put it on and my mom saw me with it on. She was like, what are you wearing? I was like, Mom, it's a crop top. And she was really mad, but she said, okay, fine, you can wear it only at our house. And I was like, fine, at least I get to wear one. And a day comes where I go to the beach with my friend Isla, and we end up having a sleepover, and I remember about my crop top, and I literally threw it on. I was like, yes, crop top. And then I barge into the room where my mom is. I'm like, Mom, I'm wearing a crop top and you can't stop me because I'm at home. And my friend looked at me so weird and I have not talked to her since.
If you ever feel useless and broken, just remember, the McDonald's ice cream machine is always useless and broken. And people still like that, so I just wanted a McFlurry.
This morning I woke up and I chose to make oatmeal for breakfast because it's really healthy and good for you. And I usually use cinnamon in my oatmeal. And once it was ready, I took a bite and it was like really spicy for some reason. And I looked back and it turns out I used cayenne pepper instead of cinnamon.